matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This taken in at the goal line.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Wait.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
On the ready.
They start the drive with Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack on first down, Mond to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mond.
And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mond going to throw it.
And Cook has it, left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell. Football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson
With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here we go, here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Garoppolo rolling to his right.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Well, now, here we go. 2.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Danielle Hunter.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Garoppolo looks to throw.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
White, black ultra. Roster, 6, jet.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Mond's throw taken in by Ridley here. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mond out of the shotgun.
That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They run the counter with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Mond.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go. Hey,
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
65.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mond now off of play action.
His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Back to the air, Mond.
That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown! Adam Thielen, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
They go play action here. Mond.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mond. And that is caught. It's Ridley.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. Cook.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Again, it's Cook. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
52 blasted.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Anderson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't come their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this 1st half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On second down, Cook.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
7 yards there and a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he is going to lose yardage here. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. To throw is Garoppolo. For Marshall, that's complete. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. On the move to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
13.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Ready?
And they will take a knee here.
Come on, set.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And they take a knee.
Let's go.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way With Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap beef. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sounds good.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool from 21 yards away.
And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charles. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. 4th down. They snap it to Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Play action. It's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 37 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Rodgers again now.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And Lazard's got it again.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones, as time expires in the first half. And the Packers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 39 that time. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
They'll try again with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind.